the Israel-Gaza war is at its peak. The world is looking out for feasible solutions. Both Israelis and Gazans are struggling. What can be done to resolve the conflict? It's a decade-long clash. Later the resolution, higher will be the destruction. People, including women and innocent children, are losing their lives. On behalf of this deadly scenario, let's have a look at the possible resolutions of the war, those which are internationally being discussed. Let's take the first one, the zero-state solution. This is an illogical and unpractical solution put forward by the extremists of both countries. From Israel's perspective, there would be no Palestine. Means Palestinians are basically Arabs and they should leave for an Arab country. In the context of Israel-Palestine conflict, a zero-state solution assumes there is no unique Palestinian identity and that those now considering themselves as Palestinians actually should revert to their pre-1948 nationality, that's either Jordanian or Egyptian. A similar zero-state solution with Palestine perspective exists. The Palestinian extremists believe that Israel neither exists nor should exist. This is because they believe that the Israelis are basically from Europe and they should return back to Europe. There is an extremist group in Palestine called the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, which proposes this solution. But thanks, only very few from both sides believe that the solution is reliable. Anyhow, it proposes a unilateral solution it does not believe Arab states will accept, like extending the Israeli sovereignty over Judea and Samaria. Also, Jordan is Palestine and restoration of Jordanian citizenship to the Arabs in Judea and Samaria, etc. Due to this issue, the next solution was formed, the three-state solution. The three-state solution, also called the Egyptian-Jordanian solution or the Jordan-Egypt option, is an approach to peace in Israeli-Palestinian conflict by returning control of the West Bank to Jordan and the control of Gaza Strip to Egypt. And the Palestinians should be given citizenships of these countries. To be specific, West Bank Palestinians will Jordan citizenship and Gazan Palestinians will get citizenship of Egypt. The three-state solution essentially replicates the situation that existed between 1949 armistice agreements and the 1967 Six-Day War. Beginning in 1949, Egypt occupied the Gaza Strip, Jordan occupied the West Bank, and no Palestinian Arab state existed. In 1950, Jordan officially annexed the West Bank and granted its Arab residents Jordanian citizenship. The problem with the solution is that the Palestinians' right to self-determination will be lost. The decades of struggles of Palestinians for their own country, the UN promised resolution for the same cannot be implemented as well. The main underlying issue is that neither Egypt nor Jordan will agree with this resolution. Egypt has once mentioned that Gaza is not their responsibility. Also, Egypt has always deflected from Gazan things. The reason is simple. If Egypt annexes Gaza Strip, then Egypt should deal with the Gazan extremist groups, as Egypt wants to maintain the peace within the country. This resolution won't be accepted. Jordan thoughts are also similar to this. Jordanians believe that their identity will be lost if the former resolution is implemented. Now the widely accepted solution came into light. In fact, India has suggested this too, the two-state solution. The two-state solution to Israeli-Palestinian conflict envisions an independent state of Palestine alongside the state of Israel, west of the Jordan River. The boundary between the two states is still subject to dispute and negotiation, with Palestinian and Arab leadership demanding full Israeli withdrawal from territories it occupied in 1967, which is rejected by Israel. The territory of the former Mandate Palestine, including West Jerusalem, which did not form part of the Palestinian state, would continue to be part of Israel. This plan would create two states for two peoples, Israel and Palestine. Hypothetically, the Israel state would retain a Jewish majority, thus remaining a Jewish state, and the Palestinian state would have a Muslim Arab majority. The majority of world powers support the two-state solution as well, as did until only very recently the United States and the Israeli government. But the devil is in the details. Where would the borders be between these states? What would happen to Jerusalem, a city important to both peoples? What about all the Jewish settlements in the West Bank? What about Palestinian refugees? The two-state solution, also called the binational state, this would create one democratic secular state in which both Israeli Jews and Palestinian Arabs would live as citizens with equal rights. Those who support a one-state solution generally see separating Israelis and Palestinians into two states as just too hard. The populations are too intertwined, and reaching agreement on things like borders and Jerusalem and Palestinian refugees is too complex. To counter all these problems, the idea of one-state solution originated. The one-state solution refers to a resolution of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict through the creation of a unitary, federal or confederate Israeli-Palestinian state, which would encompass all the present territory of Israel, the West Bank including East Jerusalem and possibly the Gaza Strip and Golan Heights. Israel and Palestine should unite to become one country and should become a secular democratic country, where the Israelis, Palestinians, Jews, Arabs, Muslims, all should enjoy equal freedom and equal rights in the country. Some people have even thought of names for this combined country like Israel, Israelo-Palestine, etc. A one-state solution still comes with logistical problems of its own, not the least of which is who would keep the peace between two peoples who have been at war for more than a half century, which is why many people favor the two-state solution. Solutions are accepted based on fear factors of both sides, it seems. The common citizens in both Israel and Palestine are trapped with fear.